What if I told you that the real reason your body feels stiff, tired, and slower than it used to isn't age itself, but something quietly burning inside you every single day? Not pain you can point to, not an injury, not an illness with obvious symptoms. I'm talking about chronic inflammation, the silent process that accelerates aging, drains energy, weakens the heart, clouds the mind, and slowly erodes quality of life in men after 60. Most men don't even know it's happening. They just feel off. They wake up sore for no clear reason. Their joints ache longer than they should. Recovery takes days instead of hours. Their stamina fades. Their patience shortens. And they start thinking, this must just be getting older. But after more than 30 years working with men in clinical practice, I can tell you this. Aging does not automatically mean inflammation. Inflammation is not inevitable, and most importantly, it is modifiable. I am Dr. Marissa Blake, a board-certified physician with over 3 decades of experience helping men restore strength, clarity, and resilience naturally. I have worked with thousands of men in their 60s, 70s, and beyond who believed their bodies were breaking down beyond repair. What I've seen again and again is this. When inflammation is addressed, men often feel years younger, not because time reversed, but because damage stopped accumulating. Today, I'm going to explain what chronic inflammation really is, why it becomes more dangerous after 60, the 3 most common daily habits that silently fuel it, and the simple, natural steps that help calm the fire from the inside out. Stay with me until the end, because the final habit is the one almost everyone overlooks, and it affects nearly every system in your body. What chronic inflammation feels like. Inflammation doesn't always announce itself with sharp pain. Instead, it shows up as persistent stiffness, low-grade fatigue, swelling that comes and goes, brain fog, slower healing, a general sense of heaviness. Many men tell me, I don't feel sick, I just don't feel right. That sentence matters, because chronic inflammation lives in that gray zone, quiet enough to ignore, strong enough to do damage. One of my patients, a 70-year-old named Frank, said something I hear often. I thought my body was just wearing out. It wasn't. His body was inflamed. Why inflammation becomes more dangerous. After 60, inflammation is not always bad. In the short term, it's how your body heals injuries and fights infections. But when inflammation becomes chronic, it turns destructive. After 60, several things change. The immune system becomes less precise. The gut becomes more sensitive. Blood vessels stiffen. Cellular repair slows. This means inflammatory triggers that barely affected you at 40 can have much bigger consequences now. Unchecked inflammation contributes to heart disease, high blood pressure, joint degeneration, type 2 diabetes, cognitive decline, and the most dangerous part, it often progresses without obvious warning signs. Habit 3. Living in constant low-level stress. Many men underestimate stress because they're not panicking or anxious. But stress doesn't have to feel dramatic to be harmful. Chronic stress keeps cortisol elevated. Elevated cortisol fuels inflammation. This includes mental pressure, financial worry, news overload, unresolved emotional tension. Never truly resting over time, the body never gets the signal that it's safe to repair. The fix: create intentional downshifts in your day, not hours, not retreats. Even 10 minutes of calm breathing, walking, or silence tells your nervous system to stand down. Men who do this consistently often report less tension, better sleep, reduced aches, clearer thinking. Habit number 2. Eating foods that quietly trigger inflammation. Inflammation doesn't only come from obvious junk food. It often comes from highly processed oils, excess refined carbohydrates, constant snacking foods your body no longer tolerates well. After 60, digestion changes. Foods that once caused no reaction can now create gut irritation, immune activation, systemic inflammation. The fix: shift towards simple, recognizable foods, not extreme diets, not elimination of entire food groups, just fewer ingredients, fewer additives, and more whole foods. Men are often surprised how quickly joint stiffness and bloating improve with this shift alone. Habit number 1. Too little movement, or the wrong kind. This is the most misunderstood factor. Many men think inflammation comes from too much activity. But after 60, the bigger problem is too little movement, or movement that's too intense without recovery. Lack of movement causes poor circulation, stagnant lymph flow, joint degradation. Overtraining causes tissue breakdown, persistent soreness, immune stress. Both fuel inflammation. The fix: daily low-impact movement, walking, gentle strength work, mobility exercises, not to exhaust the body, but to lubricate it. Movement is one of the most powerful anti-inflammatory tools you have. What happens when inflammation comes down? When chronic inflammation is reduced, men often notice unexpected changes. Joints feel smoother, energy becomes steadier, sleep improves, mood stabilizes, thinking becomes sharper. One patient told me, "I didn't realize how inflamed I was until I wasn't anymore." That's the quiet miracle of addressing the root cause. This is not about perfection. This is not about becoming rigid. It's not about obsessing over health. And it's not about fear. It's about reducing unnecessary stress on the body. Your body already knows how to heal. It just needs the environment to do so. Your next step: don't overhaul your life today. Choose one. Add a daily walk. Remove one processed food. Create one calm moment. Improve sleep consistency. Small changes, repeated daily, lower inflammation more effectively than drastic interventions ever will. Your body is not failing you. It's communicating, and when you listen, it responds. Your later years don't have to feel heavy. They can feel strong, steady, and grounded. I'll see you in the next one.